Hi there. A very good morning and good afternoon to all of you, depending on wherever you're watching me. I'm live here as promised at around 11:30 a.m. India time to discuss about a couple of stocks and as well as answer your queries. So basically, what I'm going to do is today discuss about two companies uh, which are doing pretty well in the market, and there is a buzz about those two companies. Would discuss about their levels and how to get into them and what lies ahead going forward. Would also discuss about or answer your queries as well along with that once I end up with discussing about the companies. So let people join in and let things move on, and then I'll discuss about it. Uh, uh, the two companies that are on my mind are Sequent Scientific from the pharma space and Tata Elxsi from the IT space, and quite bullish on both of them. But let's understand uh, what the company does and why would somebody get into it and what levels to get into those companies. Good morning, Vivek. Hi, Manoj. Hi, Sri Ram. Sri Vignesh, hi. Thanks a lot for all the support that you have brought me on YouTube and also on Patreon. I would like to thank with folded hands all the Patreon members who have always supported me over the last 6, 8 months. Uh, and that has helped me financially as well as emotionally to continue with the channel here on YouTube. I would request you all to also join my membership on Patreon if it is possible with you. Even a $2 membership will help me a great deal in order to be as a support to continue with making more videos on stocks and analyzing, you can say, companies. I would also like to say that on the $10 membership, I would not be increasing the membership prices in the recent times, next year or so, but would definitely am looking to bring in more, you can say, features in it, probably a live discussion with people or Patreon members or live one-on-one with Patreon members, etc. I'm working on it. Don't get much time to do all that, but looking to do that as well. Uh, so this is the link, and kindly subscribe to the Patreon membership. Subscribe to this channel. It doesn't cost anything. So kindly do subscription, and you can probably share videos as well going forward. That would also help me a great deal more viewership on YouTube. So before I begin with the session with discussing about those two stocks, I would like to discuss a little bit about the market. So at 12,000, we have seen a couple of selling. A couple of times we have seen selling at 12,000, 12,050, and it doesn't augur well for the next couple of months. So yes, Diwali is around the corner, and there will be festive season. Uh, the pandemic is going away slowly, and that is a very good sign for Indian economy. But I believe that things are topping out on the markets front. So if you go back to March 2020, we have seen 7,500 hit, and even I was talking about 6,000 on the market, and it didn't happen. And we saw how the market reversed, even though we were going towards the peak of the pandemic from there on in, and we were having complete, you can say, shutdown of the markets of economy, and yet the market started to move up, stock market. I think we'll see a complete reversal of the same thing probably in a month and a half's time, and we could see a decent correction in the market of 10-15%. That doesn't mean all stocks will go down. Quality stocks may still continue to go up. So that's where you have to make a demarcation as to which stocks to hold or which one not to hold. But there is a sign. There's a clear sign with mid cap and small cap falling, with whatever is happening with respect to the Nifty not crossing 12,000, 12,050. It looks like, even though the US markets are doing well, even though US markets are calm, It looks like probably any trigger would make the stocks fall, and probably fall on their own weight, and the markets could fall easily 1000 to 1500 points. So that's my point of view on the market. So be careful taking new positions at this point of time. Probably if you are having existing positions for 3 to 5 years, keep on holding them. But otherwise, taking new positions at this point of time, be very careful and do thorough analysis before getting into any companies. Coming to the two stocks, so let's talk about Tata Elxsi. Now, Tata Elxsi is into the animation domain, and they are into a totally different niche segment to what IT, simple IT services companies uh, have been doing. So large cap ITs or even some mid cap ITs are into BPOs, into technical services, etc. Tata Elxsi is into you can say making products, making you can say innovative products for animation, for cartoons, for channels, as well as they are into you can say AI, etc. and Internet of Things. So they are into a totally different domain from a particular you can say all sorts of IT stocks that we talk about. And the stock was very attractive at 900,000 levels. I did talk about Tata Elxsi on my YouTube channel probably 6 to 9 months back with a video. The stocks look very attractive at that point of time. Now at 1500, 1520, it seems like it is breaking out into something big. And by that, I mean a 30 to 40% upside is possible over the next 6 months. But one has to be careful with respect to the market. So there could be a 10-15% fall, but the way it is breaking out of this range of 1400 to 1510, this is a very crucial range on the technical parlance. And I believe that once it clearly takes out 1510, 1520, which is it is trying to take out today, there could be a good 400 point, 500 point rally on the stock pretty quickly. But be careful, as I explained, that things could change extremely fast. But over a longer run, yes, 30 to 40% upside over the next 18 months is very much possible. All I'm saying is that the charts, it looks like that the upside could happen over the next 3 to 4 months rather than 1 year to 18 months. So take a stop loss at 1300, and one can take longs of 15% stop loss from here, a 200 rupees stop loss. If you are able to take that, a deep stop loss can give you a 30 to 40% upside, or at least take a 10% stop loss at 1350, and then take a trade here. Yes, on an investment purpose also the company looks good. I think the numbers will continue to shine over the next couple of years, and I won't be surprised that 2 years down the line the stock is around 2000 to 2200. That is after a fall. So a reasonable you can say average price of the stock could be between 2000 2200. But one needs to be careful that this is the first time it is breaking out of that 1500 1520 range. There could be a chance of a correction. So probably wait for corrections as well as buy at current levels, and have some money for buying at lower levels. Company looks very good, and probably 2000 to 2200 over the next year or so is very much possible on Tata Elxsi. The second stock I want to talk to you about is Sequent Scientific, and probably I had talked to you, talked about Sequent Scientific. Uh, I would say the stock is pretty good, but again, the performance might not be that great going forward. It could just consolidate, but the company as a whole fundamentally looks extremely good. The company as a whole fundamentally looks very attractive at these levels. And I would say that probably on declines, it can be bought into for a long term time horizon, let's say 4 to 5 years, or at least 2 to 3 years. I would say that if you can accumulate uh, on declines and wait for a couple of years, 3 years, a 40 to 50% upside over 2 years is possible, and even more depending on how the performance takes take performance happens over over say the next 18 months or next 3 4 quarters. So probably Sequence Scientific, the kind of business that it does, and into the APIs, etc., and they're on also into formulations. They have been doing a lot of good work over the last 5 6 years, although the stock performance had not been that great. But over the last 6 months, the stock has also caught up. uh, it's about time on declines that one can get into such a stock. But again, keep a strict stop losses before taking a position. Anil, I'm not a CA, so I'm not a CA. I'm an MBA from US and here in India, working on getting a license through, you can say, investment advisory, but still going through the examinations. Probably 6 months to a year it would take for me to go through it. All right, so I'm ready to take your questions now. These are the two stocks I wanted to talk to you about. Kindly subscribe to my channel and kindly use the super chat feature. It helps me grow the channel. It helps you also ask me questions in greater detail. Through super chat, if you ask me a questions, I'll answer the question in greater detail. All right. Bharti Airtel. Now, Bharti Airtel, I'm still positive that the stock will be between 800 to 1000 over the next 3 years. I still believe they are doing all the right things, and I still believe that there'll be a two-player, you can say, duopoly in the market. It is just that they are not getting the opportunity to increase prices at the moment, which the largest investors would want. And it seems like optically that Reliance will take over their business, and that is where things are. So at 400 maybe you'll see 380, 360. But if you probably hold for 2 to 3 years, I still believe that a doubler from here is very much possible. These are decent levels. I won't say you probably add above 500, 510 when a momentum begins in the stock. But if you're holding it, hold on. This is not a small cap or a micro cap company that would really sink you. I think the move will happen going forward. Polycab is not performing because I believe that Polycab and other type of such stocks have, if they have to perform, then economy has to do well. So they are into, you can say, infrastructure ancillary, providing wires, cables, etc. Unless more houses are built, and there seem it to be, or there looks like, you can say, more amount of you can say infrastructure and real estate activity, and people understand that more usage of the product will be there, only then the stock will perform, although the stock has recovered quite a bit from the lows of March. Syngene is a very good stock. On declines can be bought into, but have a fairly long term time horizon to make a lot of money in pharmaceuticals. I think pharmaceuticals and IT have run up a lot. It's going to take quite a long time for you to make money from here. There could be a chance of correction in both the indices. I have never liked ITC, and a couple of reasons for that is, one is the sin factor. I don't like stocks which are into such, you can say, businesses, whether it is alcohol or cigarettes. Secondly, because of their cigarette business and because of the fact that they are into cigarettes, ITC would continue to be an underperformer in the FMCG space because government will keep on increasing taxes on it, and that would affect their earnings going forward. And that is what is the presumption of most of the investors are, and that's why investments are not coming into the stock. Varun Beverages I would avoid because of many factors, companies debt, the corporate governance thing, and I won't be that confident about the company. So that's my opinion. Harsha, thanks a lot for your contribution. Jubilant Life Sciences, I have 55 at 840. See, Jubilant, in my opinion, is a very, very decent pharmaceutical company, and I have been following it since 2012 13. And it used to, at that point of time, trade at 100, rupees. It has gone up a lot and faced a lot of challenges with respect to uh, uh, US FDA things and approvals and disapprovals and all. So you have bought it at around 840. You are in losses at the moment. You bought it at the highs. Uh, Wait for an up. So the two things you can do: keep a stop loss probably at the current levels, or exit at the current levels. That's one thing you can do because the correction has been steep and sharp. The second thing you can do is just wait it out next couple of years. I think there is more steam left with respect to something like Jubilant Life and pharmaceuticals. Wait it out for a year and a half. You may see 1,000, but again, keep your stop losses according to your risk appetite. Laupala is a much better company, but this is Laupala into a different domain. They make glasses for the cars, and I think automobile industry will also do well. So I believe Laupala is a better stock at these levels to get into. Uh, a downside risk, I don't know. At 500, I thought, Suresh, that downside risk on Airtel is less at 420. We don't know. It may stop at 380, 390. That's what my thinking is. But a reversal, whenever it happens, it will be very sharp and people will not be able to buy into. So people are thinking that they'll buy once they see the stock go past 500, 550. It won't be that easy. So that's why I believe that the stock is pretty good. Let's wait it out for a couple of years and let's see how it does. Dixon has run up again. So I'm positive on Dixon. I'm invested in Dixon. So that's a disclaimer. Uh, there is a chance that we see 10-15% upside pretty quickly on Dixon Technology. I think declines. I have a feeling that the company is going to perform well for the next at least 4 to 6 quarters, and these are or declines towards 8,000 are very good buying opportunities in Dixon. All right. Shilpa Medicare is also a good company. Again, current levels declines can be bought, but see, be careful in pharma and IT. I'm going to come up with in the live session on Sunday. We'll discuss in detail about pharmaceuticals and IT and what I think about it. I think the run up has taken place. There could be a pause for the next 3 to 6 months, and then another surge going into probably next Diwali. So that's my opinion on pharma and IT. I entered into Dixon at a decent levels, much lower than what it is currently. So that's the point. And in fact, I have discussed about it on Patreon. So if you want to really know about my buy price and everything, whatever I does with my portfolio, again, join the Patreon membership, the $10 membership, and you'll have access to whatever I do with my portfolio. So kindly join there. Uh, I believe so, Vivek. I think it is, and the way Infosys has fell today is a clear signal to what you're talking about. Uh, Very good results and selling. So again, sell on, buy on rumor, sell on news kind of a thing. Yes, I believe so. A DMart is interesting. So 1960, 1970, strong support between 1700 to 1900. I would not be surprised, and again, I'm a disclaimer. I'm invested into it. I won't be surprised if we do fall another 10% from here. But over the next 1 year to 15 months, we could see DMART at 25, 2600. Again, this is just my hunch, my you can say guess that that is possible. Yes, the problem is that people might be believing that Reliance might take over all most of the businesses of DMart, and DMart won't be able to have the same level of profitability growth as they were showing. I have a different opinion to it. I believe that the company's management is pretty good, and I back the management wholeheartedly, and I believe that the numbers would continue going forward. All right, so there was a power failure, so I just switched on the power backup. HDFC Life or AMC? I would back HDFC Life. I think AMC has run up. I think AMC will face some, you can say, headwinds going forward for the next two quarters or so, the AMC business as a whole, I believe HDFC Life is primed for a decent up move. And again, life insurance over next 6 to 8 years should do well. So I would prefer that at this point of time. All right. I don't short stocks, so really I cannot help you, Suhas, with that. I go long. I'm a bull in the market always, even in difficult circumstances. So probably what most of the investors can do if they don't have the money, if you're backing a company and you believe that company is good and robust and can perform, probably 1 or 2 quarters could be bad, 6 to 8 months could be bad. You need to just wait it out. That would be my opinion, with a stop loss according to your risk appetite. Yes, UTI AMC is coming in, and I think it will have very positive response because of the kind of brand UTI itself is. But I would say that wait for I'll never get into an IPO because I would always get opportunity once it is listed. After a correction happens, even after a mega run, stocks do correct. So you need to understand that. For instance, Dixon had an IPO price of 1700, listed at I think 25, 2600, something like that, or an IPO price of 900, listed at 17, 1800, and went to 3000 in no time and then corrected. So stocks do give you opportunities. Pidilite, very positive. Asian Paints and Pidilite are two stocks which are probably the best stocks in the market, irrespective of market cap or etc. Any declines, any 4 5% decline or anything that happens in Pidilite is a good buying opportunity for a long term. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Thanks for being online. Would be live again on Sunday to discuss about the markets and answer your queries. So kindly be there. Please like and subscribe to my channel and subscribe to my Patreon membership as well. I hope you'll get a lot of benefits once you subscribe to the Patreon membership. Thank you.